What's up guys, my name is Ray and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. So, it is the 4th of December and we got a new developers discussion where they just reveal some informations for patch 1.2. Without further ado, let's go over the information. So this is like a FAQ where people are asking questions and they try to answer them as short as they can. So, question number one, I wish there was a private chat function so I could chat to friends before entering their worlds. A chat function is coming in version 1.2. Travelers who have unlocked the friend system can chat with friends from the friend screen or via a shortcut button. If your friend is offline, they will receive your message the next time they log in. So usually this is a very no usually you like when your friends are online, you just ask if you can join their world, so you have to write them over another social media platform, or if it is maybe a random that you just met over Genshin Impact or like on a random Discord server, then you have not the opportunity to write your friend as fast as possible. But this is a very good quality of life option, so you just can ask your friends before you join his world to hang out, maybe farm some ores, farm some bosses, whatever you want to do. Pretty good on that. Question number two, my friends keep changing their nicknames all the time and I can't remember who is who. I wish I could add a note. In version 1.2, travelers will be able to select a friend's avatar and add a name for them in a note. This is a very nice quality of life change too. So if you guys know League of Legends, so this is a bit similar to that, where you can add a note when your friend does change his name, because sometimes it can get confusing if they change their name every time, because it is unlimited. You can change it as much as you want, and this of course does help, especially if your friend list is full. Question number three, I wish that I could add a trackable pin so that after closing the map I know which way to go. Just like with quest objectives, it gets annoying having to repeatedly open the map and check on a journey because you keep going off track along the way. The answer to that, the developers are planning to release a trackable map pins feature. Travelers will just need to select a custom pin from the map screen and choose navigate. Only one pin can be tracked at one time. This is also huge, especially for newer players, but it is also good for players that are already very into the game, since I always have to open the map too if I want to go like to my markers. So let's say you have like marked, because you marked the boss, you marked like loot, some specific essential materials. So you usually have to open the map, and then yeah, you do waste some time. So you just can't track your pin like you can do it with quests. So it will navigate you to that specific point without opening the map always. So you just have to go in this direction. This is a very strong quality of life update for us. Question number four is, I wish I could repeat a domain without having to leave and re-enter. This one is huge also, especially in co-op. So I think I don't have a too big problem in single player. Even there it is very good, but in single player you just can re-enter the dungeon without any problems. But if you want to re-enter the dungeon in like co-op, you always have to go and leave the dungeon, and then you have to invite all the players again, and in this time maybe there will be a player that left, and you have to wait for a player that comes to your world. Yeah, it's like all this stuff that does take a lot of time with waiting. And for co-op, I think this is huge. It does save you a lot of time. Pretty good. Question number five, I frequently miss out on domain and leyline blossom drops. Having to manually collect them is very inconvenient. The developers have improved the domain and leyline outcrop reward system. From version 1.2, you won't have to collect the drops yourself because they'll add it straight to your inventory. Now, for me personally, so this is only my personal opinion, I don't like this, because I like to have like the moment when you loot certain domains and ley lines and you can get your drops, and then you see like, yes, there is this 5-star that I want, or no, there is this 5-star that I don't like, I want to have another, because it is similar like to the gacha system. So this is like one of the most fun parts in the game, looting a tree from a dungeon where you can get artifacts, and then you check like the substats. And yeah, it is a very good update. objectively, because then you cannot miss out on the rewards. You can really collect everything on that because you do use resin, and resin is like a premium currency similar to primogems. So this is pretty good because you cannot miss out on any rewards. I want the dialogue autoplay option. And the blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, this is like basically for story, which is also pretty good, I guess. It is not as huge as the other quality of life updates, but definitely impactful enough. I wish there was a place to view the dialogue for quests I have already completed. Sometimes it's nice to go back over the story. Version 1.2 adds the travel log section to the archive. All dialogue, text, and audio from previously completed arc quests and story quests will appear here. This way, travelers can read and play back the dialogue from completed quests. This is actually huge because you only have the opportunity to play the story once, and they do put a lot of work in these cutscenes, in these dialogues, and so on. But you have not the opportunity to replay them after, except if you make another account. So I do think this is a very good quality of life up change, especially if you're like interested in the story. Because to be honest, at the beginning I wasn't that interested into certain points of the story, but after we get like new characters and I start looking at their background, I start to like think more about the story, what I do like on certain characters, what I dislike on certain characters. So actually this is very nice. Question number 8. In co-op mode, progress is interrupted when a player quits the game. Can this be improved? Developers hear you loud and clear, travelers. In the next version, travelers are free to leave co-op domains at any time without interrupting the battle for other travelers. Also during co-op sessions, the host will be able to disband the co-op team just by returning to single player mode. After the team is disbanded, travelers' own game progress will be restored. This is huge for co-op because usually when you go like in the dungeons AO45 plus, these are very hard because this is the time where the stuck players are not able to clear the dungeons alone, so they do go in co-op to play it with other people because they think they could help them. And you will experience that there will be people that die a lot of time in the dungeons, and then the run will get screwed because one died, you only have 3 people left, and yeah, maybe it was the healer or it was the main DPS character from the dungeon. Then you have a problem, you have to rerun it, you wasted a lot of time. Now this time he just can left the dungeon and none of the players will have any troubles. So I think this is pretty good. No, I have to sorry, I have to read through this again. Also during co-op sessions, the host will no. This is like I think very clear, but it is for this. Are free to leave co-op domains at any time without interrupting the battle for other travelers. Ah, alright, okay. No, it is like I did understood. Okay, we have one left. I want to go over this real very soon. I just want to go over everything again to keep a look. So I think overall very nice quality of life changes. I do really like that they keep updating the game that frequently. We always do get updates, which I do really like. They started to improve the game since day one. Now, last but not least, after the developers let us have one final peek at their notebooks, it turns out that in version 1.2, travelers will be rewarded with 1 acquaint fate each time they ascend a character at level 20, 50 or 70. And any previous character that travelers have ascended, you can claim the acquaint fate rewards from the essential materials preview screen. This one is ultra huge. I do think this is the most free-to-play friendly update ever. So I want to like explain how huge this is. So do you know any gacha game? No, because I don't, and I do play a lot of different gacha games. So if you do any gacha game that gives you 3 single summons, free premium currency single summons for ascending a character to its max. So you get like, if you ascend to 20, 50 or 70, you get each acquainted fate stones. So This, you can do this for one character and you get 3 single summons. If you did this for 3 characters, you have 9, and if you do an additional character at level 20, you will have a multi-summon. And multi-summons in this game are very expensive, so this is super huge. Version 1.2 is insane just because of this sentence. Because you will be able to draw new characters which you can ascend again, and then you get a more acquainted faces which you can summon again with. Yeah, I do think Genshin Impact is the best gacha game ever, adding in this feature. So now let's end the video with the last sentence. Weather is getting colder these days. Look after yourself, travelers, and stay away from snowy mountains. They're just not safe. This is a teaser for 1.2 because in 1.2 they want to add a new region. I do speculate, of course, this will be Dragonspine. It is not 100% confirmed, but I do think it will be Dragonspine, where we get more teleports, we get more chests to loot, we get another exploration map. So maybe a new boss, maybe new artifact sets, which would be amazing. And yeah, well, the marks at the end of this developer discussion. Watch this space for more info on upcoming systems and characters. We certainly wouldn't want you missing out on any juicy details. Yeah, with these words, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more Genshin Impact content, videos should pop up on the screen now. Make sure to check them out, and I thank you for your support.